Your smart home could actually be putting you at risk, and today I'm going to show you just how vulnerable these devices can be. With the rise of smart homes, it seems like everything is connected to the internet, from our lights and locks to our cameras and even our refrigerators. It feels futuristic, right? But here's the catch. As we bring more of these devices into our homes, we're opening ourselves up to a whole new set of dangers. While these smart devices bring incredible convenience and innovation, they can also make our homes less secure. And the risks? They range from privacy invasions to serious breaches in security. Smart homes are becoming more popular than ever. Imagine the ease of turning off lights, adjusting the thermostat, or even checking who's at the door, all from your phone. The convenience and cutting-edge features of smart devices make it easy to understand why they're in high demand. They give us control and make us feel like we're on the cutting edge of technology. But here's the reality. Every time we install one of these smart devices, we're creating another potential entry point into our lives. Risks that could compromise not just our data and privacy but our physical safety. When we think about smart homes, we mostly think about the benefits. Energy savings, control at our fingertips, monitoring our homes from anywhere. But we often overlook the hidden risks that come with this technology. We don't usually think about how much data these devices collect or what happens to that data. And we rarely consider what could happen if someone gains unauthorized access to our devices. As we move further into this world of smart homes, it's clear that these devices are far from perfect. In fact, many are unprepared to handle the kinds of threats they face today. The more smart devices we add to our homes, the more we're building a network full of potential vulnerabilities. Each new device is another door that hackers, cybercriminals, or anyone with malicious intent can try to open. Privacy is a major concern. Smart home devices collect tons of data about us, tracking our habits, preferences, and even our schedules. And this data? Once it's out there, we have no control over how it's used. Companies often sell this data to third parties, which is why you might notice ads that seem to know a little too much about you. But it doesn't stop there. This data could potentially be used for identity theft or other malicious purposes. Now let's talk about security. Many smart home devices simply aren't secure. Some devices don't even require strong passwords or come with default passwords that most users don't bother changing. And because these devices are connected to the internet, they're vulnerable to hacking. If a hacker gains access to one device, they might be able to infiltrate your entire network. And then there's unauthorized access. Most smart devices can be controlled remotely, which is great for us, but also for hackers. Imagine coming home one day and finding your thermostat cranked to 90 degrees, your lights flashing, and your TV blasting. It sounds like a horror movie, but cases like these have actually happened. Many smart devices are not just vulnerable, they actually have built-in weaknesses. For instance, some smart doorbells have been found to have vulnerabilities that allow hackers not only to access the doorbell but also to gain entry to the entire network. And a smart thermostat with poor security could give a hacker control over your home's heating and cooling system. These aren't just theoretical risks. There are numerous real-life cases of smart home breaches that illustrate just how dangerous these vulnerabilities can be. One of the most chilling examples involved a hacked baby monitor. A family had set up a smart monitor in their baby's room, only to find that a hacker had gained access. The hacker was able to see, hear, and even talk to the child. Imagine the horror of discovering that someone was watching your child and could speak to them directly. This is a real risk with any internet-connected device. In another shocking case, a group of hackers managed to take control of an entire neighborhood's smart home devices. They gained access to lights, thermostats, and even security cameras. Imagine the chaos and lack of control. The most disturbing part? The homeowners had no idea until it was too late. This type of incident shows just how interconnected our smart devices are and how, if not properly secured, they can become weak links. There have been cases of hackers gaining access to home security cameras. Imagine the vulnerability of having someone with access to live feeds inside your home. Whether they're watching or potentially recording footage, it's an invasion of privacy that no one would expect from a device intended to keep them safe. So why are smart home devices so vulnerable? Well, many of these devices are developed with functionality and convenience as the priority. Security often takes a back seat. Companies want to create devices that are user-friendly and easy to set up, which sometimes means sacrificing security measures. And in many cases, these devices are manufactured by companies that don't specialize in cybersecurity, so they might not even be aware of the vulnerabilities they're creating. A lot of devices come with default passwords like admin or 1234, which are easy to hack. Even when devices allow users to set their own passwords, they don't always enforce strong password policies. And updates, which often include security patches, are rarely automatic. If users aren't updating their devices regularly, they remain vulnerable. Another issue is a lack of encryption. Data should be encrypted both when it's stored and when it's transmitted, but many smart devices skip this step. Without encryption, data is much easier to intercept and access, making it easier for hackers to exploit. As newer models come out, manufacturers often stop supporting older devices, which means they no longer receive security updates. This leaves outdated devices with known vulnerabilities on your network, creating weak links that are easy targets for hackers. But here's the good news: there are steps you can take to protect your smart home. With the right precautions, you can enjoy the benefits of smart technology while minimizing the risks. Start with a strong, unique password for your Wi-Fi network, and consider changing it every few months. Make sure your router is up to date and consider using a firewall or even a separate network just for your smart devices to keep them isolated. When buying a new smart device, research its security features. Look for devices that support two-factor authentication, encryption, and regular updates. Opt for brands known for prioritizing security and avoid cheap, no-name devices that may not provide adequate protections. Always update your devices to the latest software version. If automatic updates are an option, enable them. Set strong passwords for each device. Avoid simple passwords like password 123 or default factory settings. Stay aware of the latest news on security breaches and check if your devices are affected. Check for updates from the manufacturers regularly, especially if they release security patches. Smart homes offer incredible convenience, but they come with risks we need to take seriously. The reality is that our homes are more connected than ever, and with that connection comes vulnerability. But by taking simple steps to secure our networks and devices, we can make our smart homes a safer place. Remember, it's about staying one step ahead. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on tech safety. Have you had a concerning experience with a smart device? Share your story in the comments below. And make sure to check out our other videos on keeping your tech secure.